Luke Taylor.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to serve under your chairmanship. I'd like to thank the Right Honourable Member for East Hampshire for securing this debate on such a critical issue for our young people. Today, I want to highlight a major concern among college staff and students, the need for certainty over the potential defunding of BTECs in favour of T-levels. For years, BTECs have served as a trusted form of Level 3 qualification, providing students with practical and theoretical skills in a format that staff are experienced in delivering. I've heard from teachers about the pride and joy they take in teaching BTECs, watching their students thrive as they apply themselves to often very practical subjects. In many cases, it is the first time that these children have ever felt passionate about learning and excited to go further. It gives them the chance to finally start down the path that I imagine all of us in this room want young people to take towards realising their full potential. That is why so many are concerned about the replacement of BTECs with T-levels, and why I hope the government addresses these concerns when it publishes the findings of its review of the policy next month. I've heard from teachers who say they will struggle with the suggested rapid adoption of new course structures and unfamiliar theoretical components across the whole range of non-A-level subjects. Staff at South Thames Colleges Group, which serves many of my local students, have expressed concerns to me about how these sweeping changes will be implemented effectively. Currently, around 58 courses are at risk of being defunded.
Will you give way?
Absolutely.
Thank the honourable gentleman for giving way. Isn't some of the concern coming from colleges also in relation to timing for some of these decisions? I know that Franklin College in my constituency have said that the earlier they know, the better they can plan, because they're already receiving parents and young people in for open days for courses next year.
A point so good, I will be getting to it shortly. Completely agree. Thank you very much for your contribution. Staff worry about having to adapt to their curricula to align with the new T-levels. And this involves updating course content, revising teaching methods and redesigning assessment strategies to meet the new required standards. There is no way to do this without enormous time-consuming upheaval, which they will need as much notice as possible to prepare for. Teachers deserve a definitive answer on what will happen next. And it's not just teaching staff. Students have also been left in the dark. Approximately 380 students planning to enrol at a college within the South Thames Colleges Group are being affected by the confusion surrounding the implementation of T-levels. Those currently completing GCSEs, planning for their post-16 education, face uncertainty about what their courses will look like in September 2025 and fear the removal of the element of choice in the system. BTECs formerly offered the option of a professional placement, but T-levels are geared specifically to them. This leaves those who may not be academically suited to A-levels, but who do not wish to begin a T-level course, 20% of which is effectively a job, with no real support. An example I was given on a visit to Carshalton College was that there were 120 applicants for a diploma for childcare, but only 7 for a T-level in childcare, leaving a potential shortage in qualified staff coming through the system. This impact is disproportionately felt by those with SEND, many of whom need extra support to explore their options before entering adult life, and for whom entry into the world of work may not be the right option so early in childhood, so early into adulthood. Nobody is denying that there is merit in reviewing the way we train our young people for the future on a periodic basis, but forcing students to choose exclusively between A-levels and T-levels could represent a narrowing of their options. So I fear that this is a poorly managed top-down change for teachers to implement. And I believe it's also a gamble with the opportunities of a generation of young people who, let us not forget, have already had their education severely disrupted by the COVID pandemic. With September 2025 rapidly approaching, I urge the government to provide clarity to all those affected in order for both students and staff to plan for the change ahead, but to also think again to give flexibility to colleges and students to choose the appropriate qualifications for them and their communities. Thank you.